heal. So those are the clutch plays, those awesome plays that teams do to clinch matches, and we'll see how we go. I mean, you can even see on blue team the the amount of buffs they've got as they're running out there.
Yep, and we're going to go on to Legacy of the Full Fire. The split's coming out here once again, and this is going to be an interesting split there. We see actually 4 people go directly to mid, 14 good fights, and 1 person go towards their close point, and not kind of a little bit different split there. You generally see most teams trying to put pressure on the close points at Waterfall at least, but it's going to be a midpoint epic battle here, which is going to ensue very, very quickly here. Take a look at the point of Mini Ken. He is going to be the Guardian, 14 good fights. He does have a shield and a mace, which is going to allow him to be a little bit more tanky, a little bit more bunkery, kind of knock people off if he does need it there. And he's really just kind of waiting for one of his teammates to go down to try and pop that Sanctuary. He's going to pop that heal there, unfortunately. So a little bit early there. Now he doesn't have that heal for about 30 seconds here. But we are going to also see the Swagulator go down very, very quickly. Lots of condition damage being put onto him here. He's actually going to be forced back there to use his leap, and he is going to run away there. We are going to see the Swag King as well as Wakey kind of duke it out here into the quarry area. And right now, both teams really just trying to get a control of this map here. Right now, the only team actually accumulating points from a capture point is going to be Team JoO Binder, which is going to put them at a little bit of a head as far as points. This map is very, very difficult to try and keep points, generally because this map is very, very large, and the distance it takes to close is also very time-consuming for teams.
Yeah, agreed there. I mean, the red thing is very tight. In the mid-fight, Falana just... the Thief just went down there, so Red do have the advantage now in the middle fight. We do see Quarry has been contested as well. We've got Wakey and we've got Swag King Kong, just both playing against each other here. This is going to be a long fight. They're both warriors with longbows. So let's not go there for a bit. Right, mid's looking good. The one thing I'm seeing, I'm looking at some of the specs here, some very interesting specs, some stuff which I'm glad to see is still in play, like Mini Ken using the Sanctuary. I love Sanctuary. I think it's one of the best abilities for a Guardian to use. But unfortunately, at the moment, isn't as viable as probably the full set of shouts. So he's using those consecrations. It's actually got a cooldown reduction just for that Sanctuary Bubble. So, of course, Sanctuary Bubble is awesome for putting the bubble over the top of an ally who is, in fact, downed, or actually putting it over the top of a foe. So you've got the safe down there, and nobody can really try and res him up, or they can, but it's very difficult, and they've got to plan their positioning quite well. So it's nice to see a bit of difference with Guardian. I mean, he's still got the full soldier set runes for the condition removal as well. So there is some stuff which you just cannot really get rid of in some specs, but I think hopefully we'll see a bit more variety and some specs over the coming weeks and months. But the match is very even at the moment. It's only 82 to 63, and Red, who are on 65 points now, have actually flipped it to a 2 cap.
Now, one thing I'm curious to see is if both teams will knock down a gate quickly at the very kind of start of this match, and then use that as an opening just in case. We are going to see Magic Toker actually do a pretty good job at dodging and trying to hold this midpoint. I'm not sure why they left him by himself. As a thief, you really should try and do your best to kind of try and roam here. But we are going to take a look at the waterfall, and that's going to be pushed back here out by Team JoO Binder. That's going to be completely undefended, and everyone's going to go back into the mid. Now, one thing that I've seen so far in pretty much all these matchups is that teams get too excited for 1 point. Especially in this map, you really want to keep moving. You really want to keep the other team on their toes and keep them off the bigger points, like, say, the mid. So we do see Mini Ken and a good guy actually kind of stay here and just kind of stay here and really kind of force the Team JoO Binder to really try and make sure that they're moving and the other team is not moving, which is something that's very, very difficult to kind of come out ahead on this map. We are seeing good guy getting very, very low. He's going to pop his healing as well as he does have that grenade spec. He's going to actually switch back to it and try and deal some AoE damage. Actually, going to flip back to his toolkit, try and deal some extra damage with that as well. Can switch back to the grenades and not going to be able to do much of anything. His heal is on a 6-second cooldown. Not going to be able to heal. He is very, very low. He does have a couple stacks of bleeds on him, so that should finish him off pretty equally there. He is going to try and pop his heal there. It is it is on off cooldown. He is going to be able to use it just in time there. Taking a look at the Swagulator, doing a very nice job at keeping Miniken kind of off the point and a little bit distracted there. We're going to see Magic Token as well kind of focus on a couple of the squishier targets here, as well as the Thief actually going to go down here to Magic Toker as well. Not a lot of damage being dealt here by JoO Binder right now. It looks like Team Good Fights has a lot of the burst kind of in the bag versus the other team.
Yeah, I mean, just the good guy actually noticed that Wakey was in a bit of trouble at their home point versus two guys. They've cleared out the mid and they've started to move slowly towards the quarry. Blue team, really nice movement actually between Waterfall and the midpoint. They did lose, but they did essentially what they didn't do in the last match, and they did move very, very, very well together. It was like a little miniature triangle kind of moving forward through the map, but red teams were focused and they got Zombified down. And even a shout out to both teams there just in the chat, just saying a good play, because it was a really nice little push from Blue to push them out. The point, it was very clinical. It was really nice to see as well. So these guys are learning as well with Zombify and the different guys that are in their team at the moment. You can just see the learning process even through these matches. It's really good to see.
No, I would definitely agree. One thing that we did just see is a 3-stomp out there for Team Good Fights, and that's going to put them at a large advantage right now. They still are ahead by about 100 points, which is a significant advantage in this map. No Guild Lord rushes as of right now, but the majority of the fighting is still in the mid here. We are seeing Miniken kind of try and delay some of the members of JoO Binder to try and get him off the step there. He does pop that sanction, is one of his shields of absorption, thank you, and knock the rest of the team back there. And, you know, right now, they're just in a really, really good control of this middle point, and I really think that the best way to for JoO Binder to come back from this is to try and decap the quarry, which they have not taken advantage of right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at Miniken. He's got his sanctuary up again. He's just sitting in there getting protected, just waiting for the rest of his team to push forward, just as his sanctuary runs off. It's pretty damn good time in there, and then putting that wall up just so that anyone that comes back down is just, well, blocked off from anyone who's from really behind him. You can tell, Red, that they've obviously played together quite a lot, and obviously I know that as well, but you can just see it in the way they're playing together. But you can see the blue team are getting better slowly and slowly. It's just literally the experience of playing together, and there isn't really a lot in this fight. I mean, they just need to move around the map a bit better and support. I mean, at the moment, Blue are fighting between Mid and Waterfall, and they've got one guy all the way over in Quarry who's not going to have any support coming to him anytime soon. They know they're not winning this match. They need to stop hitting Mid from a range, and they need to move. They even need to move and force to Quarry and hold Waterfall, or they need to get ready for a Lord Rush around 350 points again. Kind of the same situation that VVV were in with the 100-point lead. Unless they change it up with a Lord Rush or something, they're going to lose this match.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the good guy for Team Good Fights actually was able to push back. Swag King, unfortunately, not going to be able to really do much. Again, like you said, Team JoO Binder just really is focused on this mid, and that's just hurting them so much right now. We do see Swag King going down here. Unfortunately, double stomp there onto Swag King. That is going to be his death, and we do see another the Swagulator doing a good amount of damage to Miniken right now, but he is just so tanky and just so good at just keeping everything off of him right now. We see a ton of condition damage actually go on to the entirety of Team Good Fights, but the condition clears were just so quickly. They were only on for a couple of seconds there, and did not serve any purpose whatsoever here. Unfortunately, Zombify not feeling the I do apologize for that. Not feeling the pressure as of right now, and it looks like someone's trying to rampage through my house. I'm not entirely sure what that was, but the Swagulator very, very low here once again, and he does have that flag there to res his teammates, but he's not going to be able to use it there. He is going to go down there fairly shortly, and we are going to see the nice... Okay, I need to close my window.
Okay, right. Something's happening in mid, obviously. I think Baz is just going to get himself an alcoholic drink as it is the afternoon in the
Oh
United
my.
States.
Okay, there we go.
But we are good here. Strangulator just did get away, actually. It was pretty much, he was going to go down. Red are on 450, blue on 280. They've just let it slip away, really. Just not doing, doing enough to really get anywhere on the map. They're trying to push Quarry to try and pull Red back, but the guy who's on Wakey is doing a very good job at actually holding their close point,
Yeah,
running
I would
back to
definitely agree.
mid, and he's just solid, you know. I mean, he's doing the perfect thing. He's not committing down. He can now because he can go down there, but he's watching his back point. He's flipping his camera every couple of seconds, just making sure that no one's running down the east side of the map. And yeah, solid. And these good fights. I'm looking forward to them fighting some teams tomorrow, definitely.
I would definitely agree with that. Tomorrow we are going to see the finals here. Red team is going to pick up the win, and excuse me, and that's going to be a 2-0 for Team Good Fights versus Team JoO Binder. Very, very close games. I think JoO Binder played exceptionally well. The one thing that they were just lacking was